Hello, welcome back to my channel. We have a quick little core flow today and we're going to be using the TheraBand the entire time. You can get these bands in different strengths. This band is a medium band, but light works, heavy works, it's totally up to you. So what we're going to do is just leave the band to the side for the moment, and then we're going to start with connecting to our breath work. So if you just want to swivel yourselves around, we're going to take a nice lie down onto your backs whenever you are ready. Just make sure that you do have some room in front and some room behind you. What we're going to do first is just place those hands onto your ribs for me. We're going to take a big inhale through the nose, send the ribs nice and wide into the sides of the palms. As you exhale, we're going to exhale through pursed lips as if you're blowing through a straw. We're going to inhale through the nose, draw the ribs nice and wide. And then we're going to exhale through those pursed lips, drawing those ribs down to those hips. You want to really think about just engaging through those deep abdominals before we start moving. And just working with that connection of your breath. We're just going to stay here for a few more like this. Just for 2. This is the breathing pattern that you want to try and keep throughout this little class today, of course, as always. So whenever you are ready, we just want to grab a hold of your TheraBand. We're going to hold it just with your wrists shoulder distance apart, and then the band is just up in line with those shoulders. We're just going to keep your feet flat onto the mat, and we're just going to start with some abdominal curls today. So take a big breath in. As you breathe out, reach the band towards those knees, lift up through the head and shoulders, draw the ribs down to the hips, squeeze the belly button back. We inhale to slowly return. A big breath in, a big breath out, we lift. And inhale, we slowly return. Really nice. We're here for another 6 before we begin to add on. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, really think about reaching and rounding. We open up through the chest. Stunning. On this last one, we hold it nice and lifted into that abdominal curl. We take an inhale here. As you exhale, we now pull the band apart, squeeze into the backs of the shoulders. Inhale, draw the band back together. We then slowly lower the head and shoulders back and down. We now continue with that. Exhale, we lift from the ribs. We round up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, pull the band apart. Inhale back in. We then slowly lower. As you lift up into your abdominal curl, try not to yank your neck up. Like I said just previously, we're lifting from your ribs, drawing down to your hips, rather than from the back of your neck. We're just here for another 3. Just for 2. On this next one, we hold it nice and lifted. Exhale, we lift, we hold. Take an inhale. Exhale, just pull the band apart now. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale, we pull. Head and shoulders are staying lifted. Inhale, we draw it in. Exhale, pull. Inhale, in. You're here for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one. Draw that band back together. We hold the head and shoulders lifted if we can. Take a mini rest if you need to. Take a big inhale. Exhale, we raise the band up over your head. Try and bring the biceps as close to your ears as you can. Inhale, bring the band back to your knees. Exhale, we raise. Feel the core lengthen. And then inhale, we lower. You're only in this one for 4 more. Exhale, raise. Inhale, lower. Use that breath. Really nice. You're here for 2. Last one. Lower that band back down, and then with control, lower your head and shoulders back and down as well. Give that neck a little bit of a wiggle and a shake out from side to side if you need to. What we're going to do is find your abdominal connection now. So just draw the ribs down to the hips for me. I want you to really think about squeezing through your core, bracing as if someone's going to give you a little tap or a little punch there. No one is, but just in case. From here, keeping that connection, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, raise one of those legs into tabletop, followed by the other. Just begin to feel that core connection deepen from here. We're going to start with some single toe taps and again a pull of that band. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, we tap one of those toes down towards the mat as you pull that band apart with those arms. We then draw that leg back into tabletop as you close the band back together. Exhale, we tap the other and we pull. Inhale, we draw it back in. The whole time you want to keep the connection from the ribs to those hips, and you don't want that belly to be doming up to the sky. If you feel like it is, then maybe don't tap the toe all the way down to the mat. You're just here for another 4. Inhale in. For 3. For 2. Last one. Draw the legs back into tabletop, hold the tabletop if you can. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out now, we're going to lift up into your abdominal curl, bring the band towards your shins. Once you're here, we pull the band down to the floor. We draw the band back up, we lower those head and shoulders back and down. We're deepening that connection now. Exhale, we raise up. We pull the band down. Inhale, band comes up, we lower the head and shoulders down. If you need less resistance on that band, walk those hands to be further apart. If you would like more, walk those hands to be closer together. We're here for 5. Lots of strength through your core now. For 4. You've got it. For 3. For 2. Last one, we hold it lifted. Hold the band on your shins. All we're going to do now is press the band down and draw the band back up. Exhale, we press. Inhale, back up. Try and keep those head and shoulders rounded. Really think about that strength coming from your mid-core. We're here for 4. Inhale, back up for 3. You've got it. For 2. Last one, hold the band down. We now pulse the band up and down. Just keep breathing for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the band back up, lower the head and shoulders, lower the feet for the moment. Give those knees a little rock out from side to side. Release any of your tension in your lower core and your lower back. So that move that we just did at the end where we were pumping from the shoulder joints and came into those mini pulses, that was called your 100. We are going to now do that for 100 counts. So we're going to inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Again, if you want less tension, hands are further apart. If you'd like more, hands are closer together. So let's hold your arms up in line with those shoulders. Find the connection with your core. Find a little squeeze. Once you've got that squeeze, one by one, we raise those legs into tabletop. We take a big breath in from here. As you breathe out, we lift up through the head and shoulders, bring the band towards your shins. We pull the band down now, we hold it here. We pump from those shoulder joints. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. We inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale for 5 and we exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. We exhale for 5. We inhale for 5. We exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. We exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. We exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 5. And with control, we lower those head and shoulders all the way back and down. Lower your feet down to your mat. And again, give those knees a little bit of a wiggle and a rock out from side to side. Just release any of that tension there. Stunning. Whenever you are ready, we're just going to make our way up to a seated position, however you would like to get there. And then we're just going to make sure that you do have some room in front and behind you again. What you want to do now is make sure that your band is as flat as you can possibly have it. I know that sometimes they do stick together, but if you can, we're going to pop the band just over the arches of your feet, and you want your band to be equal distance on either side of your feet. You have got your feet just hip distance apart, which means your legs are hip distance apart and your feet are flexed, so your toes are drawing back towards your shins. Already from here, you'll notice that my back is ever so slightly slouched. Let's think about drawing those shoulder blades down and back, opening up through the chest. We're going to begin to find your half roll backs from here. So keeping those arms nice and long, take an inhale. As you exhale, we scoop ourselves back just into your halfway C curve position. Feel the core connect. We take an inhale. We exhale to restack the spine all the way back up to the top, re-lengthen through the crown of the head. Gorgeous. We go again. We take an inhale. Exhale, we scoop, we round. Inhale here once you've found that curve. Exhale, we come all the way back up to the top. We lengthen through the crown of the head. Try and think about keeping the chest nice and open here. Exhale, we scoop. Inhale here. Exhale, we come all the way back up to the top. You're here for another 3 before we begin to add on. For 2. Last one, we're going to hold it back. Exhale, scoop into your half roll back. We hold it here. We're going to add on 1 row and rotation on either side. So exhale, pull your right arm in, take a look towards your right elbow, all the way around. Get that really nice twist. Inhale, we come back to the center. Same on the other side. Exhale, we pull, we row, we rotate. We draw it back to the center. We then restack the spine, come all the way back up to the top, re-lengthen through the crown of the head. We take a big inhale. Exhale, we scoop ourselves back. Inhale here, exhale, we pull. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, pull. Inhale back to the center, we restack the spine, come all the way back up. You have another 4 like this. Exhale, we scoop, we round, we roll. Take an inhale, exhale, we pull. Inhale back, exhale, pull. Inhale back, we then restack the spine, come all the way back up. You have another 3. Stunning, you've got 2. On your next one, we're going to hold it back. Exhale, we scoop through the tailbone, through the lower spine. We hold it back. We're just going to rotate now. Exhale, we pull, we row, and we rotate. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, back. Really nice. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, back. You have another 3. Inhale, back. For 2. Last one. Lengthen this arm, but hold it in your half roll back if you can. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, try and row both. We then lengthen. Chest stays forward this time. Exhale, we row. Inhale, we lengthen. This is where you've really got to fight through that tension in your core. We then lengthen. You're here for another 3. For 2. Last one. Lengthen those arms all the way back out. We then restack the spine, come all the way back up into your little forward fold. Lengthen over your legs, just really stretch out through your spine for a moment. If your band has moved away from your feet, let's just make sure that it's flat onto your feet again now. And do make sure that you do have some room behind you and obviously room in front of you for your legs. We're going to come into your full roll downs now. You've got the support of your band to help you up, okay? So let's just sit up really nice and tall through your spine. Again, we open up through the chest. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, begin to scoot back into your half roll back that we just did. And then from your half roll back, just begin to roll yourself all the way down. One vertebrae at a time. The head will hit the mat last, and then you'll feel that tension pull onto your band. We take an inhale. We exhale to scoop up through the spine, round and roll yourself all the way back up. The band is going to help you to lift all the way up and lengthen through the crown of the head. Really nice. We take another big breath in. We breathe out to round and roll all the way down. Nice and controlled. We take an inhale here at the back. We exhale to restack the spine. All the way back up to the top, really lengthening through the crown of the head. We take an inhale here. Exhale, we scoop, we round, we roll. We take an inhale at the back. Exhale, we use the band to help us to restack the spine all the way back up to the top. We have another 3 here. Really sitting up nice and tall at the top. Take a big inhale. Exhale, we scoop just through the lower portions of your spine. We take an inhale. Exhale, we restack the spine, come all the way back up to the top. You have another 2. Stunning. The next time we roll down, we're just going to stay down, okay? So take a big breath in. As you breathe out, round and roll the spine all the way down, and we just hold it down. Once you reach the bottom. Stunning. Really nice. We're going to keep the band just around your feet now, so you can keep your head and shoulders down. From here, what we're going to do is just bring both of those legs into your chest for me. So give them a little hug in. You want your elbows to just be pinning down onto your mat, and you want to keep those wrists as straight as you possibly can. So the legs aren't quite in tabletop, they're a little bit closer in towards your chest. What we want to think about is a leg press here. So we're thinking about your core connection, and we're using that band to help us. So take a big breath in. As you breathe out, we extend the legs long into the band, squeeze through the core, squeeze through the abdominals. Inhale, we draw the band back in. Exhale, we extend long and away. Inhale, we draw it back in. Really nice. We're just going to stay here for another 4. Inhale, back in. You're here for 3. For 2, really keep the connection from the ribs to those hips. And last one here. Hug the legs back into your chest for me. What we want to do now is lift the elbows up and away from your mat so your arms are nice and long. We're going to try and roll up into your full teaser with the help of your band. So take a big inhale. As you exhale this time and extend those legs, we're going to roll our spine all the way up, lengthen your legs, press your chest forward. Take an inhale from here. As you exhale, we hug the knees into the chest whilst your tailbone is balanced. From here, we then roll the spine all the way back down, one vertebrae at a time, and then those legs are going to be hugged into your chest again, like our start position. We then find the length through the arms. The legs will move away a little bit. Take an inhale. Exhale, we roll the spine up. We extend the legs nice and long and away. Press the chest forward. We take an inhale. We bend the knees into the chest. We're still balanced. Exhale, we round. We roll the spine all the way back and down. And then we're in that start position again. We have just got another 3 here. So lengthen those arms. Legs move slightly away. A big breath in. A big breath out. We round. We roll all the way up. We extend the legs. We press the chest forward. We take an inhale to bend the knees into the chest. Exhale, we scoop through the tailbone. We round, we roll the spine all the way back and down. We're in that start position. Again, we lengthen those arms, legs move slightly away. Take an inhale. Exhale, we scoop the spine. We extend the legs long, press the chest forward. Take a big breath in. We scoop the knees into the chest. We exhale to slowly roll the spine all the way back and down onto your mat, hugging those legs in. You have just 1 more here. So a big inhale. A big exhale, we extend those arms long, we restack the spine, we come into that full teaser, press that chest forward. From here, we take an inhale, bend the knees into the chest, and then we exhale to slowly round and roll the spine all the way back and down, hugging the knees in. Take a little moment from here, give that lower back a little rock out from side to side if you need to. We're going to roll up into that teaser again, but we're going to hold, okay? So just prepare yourself, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, round and roll the spine all the way up, extend the legs, press the chest forward, we hold. Try and lengthen those arms if you can, that'll give you less support on your band. If you need more support, we hug the arms in. Keep breathing, we're here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We keep the legs straight now, we round and roll the spine all the way back and down. Stunning, we keep the right foot into the band now, pop the left foot onto the mat. We grab a hold of the band with just your right hand if we can. If you can as well, let's lengthen that left leg long and onto your mat, pin the heel into your mat. We're going to finish off with some one leg circles today. So take a big inhale, we open that right leg out to the side of the room. Exhale, we scoop it all the way around, back through to your centre, over your body to the other side, and all the way back to the top. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we scoop it round. This is all about deeper core strength. So you might not feel this a lot in your core at the moment. If it's new to you, you might not feel it a lot in your core. As your hips get more mobile and you're able to connect through to your deeper core muscles even more, you will be able to feel this a lot in your core. You want to try and keep your left hip as still and as stable as you possibly can as you draw these circles. So when we get back up to the top, let's go in the opposite direction. So a big inhale, we send it over and across the body. Exhale, we come all the way up and around. Drawing those deep abdominals down. Inhale over, exhale across and around. This is engaging through the deeper core muscles, so all of the ones that wrap around your spine, super important. We're here for another 3. For 2. And last one. We're going to draw that right leg all the way back up to the centre. Grab a hold of that band for me, open that band out and then pop the left foot into the band now. The right leg is going to go onto the mat once you have got your position with your left leg. So holding on with just your left hand for me. Right leg is long, right heel is pinned into the mat. Take an inhale, we open the left leg out to the side of the room. Exhale, we scoop it all the way over and around. You're trying to keep this right hip on the floor as still and as stable as you possibly can as you work through these deep core muscles. It's also really good at just getting that nice range of motion in your hips back. We just have another 2. And we have 1. We now switch directions of those circles. So we take that left leg over and across your body as you inhale. Exhale, send it all the way out. Only draw in this circle as big as you can manage to keep those hips stable. So if you feel like those hips are rocking from side to side, you can just draw this circle a little bit smaller. We are just here for another 3. For 2. And for 1. We lift that leg all the way back up, remove that band from your foot. We're going to do a very quick stretch today to keep in theme with the quick video. So band is just down to the side, tippy toes are onto the mat, you can pop your hands onto your ribs or just out to the side, whatever feels good for you. Let's just rock those knees out from side to side. Release any of that tension through your lower core. My spine just cracked really loud, I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear that, but it always does in this position. So just really let any of that tension release. And just connect back to your breathing again. Stunning. Let's just go for one more on this side. And then whenever you're ready, draw those knees back in line with your center. Hug those knees into your chest for a moment. Take a little rock out from side to side again, just massage that lower back into your mat. And then whenever you're ready, we are just going to rock and roll ourselves all the way up to your seated position. Just coming into a nice cross-legged position onto your mat whenever you are ready as well. We're just going to pop those hands onto your knees, and again we're just going to finish off with some backward shoulder rolls. Just sitting up nice and tall, lengthening up tall through your posture. Let's draw those shoulder blades down and back, nod that chin into your chest, take some semicircles from side to side with that chin. Lengthen out any of that tension in the back of your neck. We're just going to go for one more on either side. And then we'll finish off with a nice little reach and sweep. So bring that head back to your center. Take a big inhale, we scoop the arms behind us and then all the way up to the sky. We take a look towards our palms, really stretch out through your core. As you exhale, we just press those palms away. We release any of that tension, and that is you all done. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for this little TheraBand core flow. It's definitely one of my favourite props to intensify and kind of support core work. So we were supported when we were doing the roll backs and the roll ups, but when we were lying on our backs at the start doing the abdominal curls, it does intensify it quite a lot. So I think it offers a good purpose for both, and it means that the class doesn't feel too intense throughout the whole thing. It's got a little bit of balance, which is nice. So I hope you all really enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you next time on the mat.